Okay, everyone, I've just logged into the game on my main account, and it turns out we've got some new champions. So if we look here in the news, trick or treat. All Hallows Eve has cast a darkness over Teleria, bringing a host of terrifying champions dead set on torment. If you're not scared, you should be. Here's who you should watch out for. Baracus the Shifter, Harvester Jack, who we already have, Madame Ceres, and Miscreated Monster. Will you summon them to your side before it's too late? Now, let's go have a look at these champions, and this is going to be a first look because I haven't checked out, apart from Jack obviously, the other champions. So let's go check out the other three champions. So I think it was Dark Elves, Night Revenant, and Skinwalkers. So I'll start off with Dark Elves. Where are we? Madame Ceres. Okay, so she's not quite Madame Butterfly. She is 100% a witch. They are some rather tight, but you know, whatever. Right, let's check out her abilities. So she is Void, a Void Epic. Her speed is good, defense looks decent, HP is okay. Let's see what she does. Attack one enemy has a 20% chance of placing a fear debuff for 1 turn. This chance increases to 30% if the target is under 1. Okay, so this chance goes up the more debuffs they have. Cool. That's one enemy. Attack all enemies has a 40% chance of stealing 1 random buff from each target. Places a block buff debuff on all allies for turns. Okay. So she can True Fear and she can block debuffs on allies and she can steal random buffs from each target. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's on a 3 turn when booked with a 50% chance. So you attack all enemies, 50% chance to steal a buff. And if you steal a buff, then you place a blocks debuff on your allies for 2 turns. And any enemy that has a buff stolen has a True Fear placed on them. So it's kind of an AoE True Fear blocks debuff buff on your allies, and you can steal a random buff from each target as well. So I like that. That's really cool. I can't imagine it hits super hard, but I mean, we'll see, I guess. Remove all buffs from enemies. Place a 50% decrease attack buff. Oh, wow, okay. Removes... Oh, this is quite a big one. So there's no 3 turns. Wow. This is cool. So you can get this onto a 4-turn cooldown. Remove all buffs from enemies. Place a 50% decrease attack debuff and 60% decrease defense debuff on all enemies for 3 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. I like this. This could be useful... That could actually be useful in Clan Boss, right? So it's a decreased defense and decreased attack. It's going to be fantastic. She's going to be great in dungeons. Straight up. What's her passive? Place a shield buff on this champion equal to 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. So she gets a shield buff each turn. When attacked while under a shield buff, has a 35% chance of placing a fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Nice. Okay. So her damage is based on attack, but you might want some HP and defense. Her defense is decent, her HP is decent, so I think that's probably the way you're going to build her. So you're going to build her... You could stick a taunt set on her, perhaps. I like the idea of a... So if you stick a taunt set on, you can be taunting and you can be fearing. You can place an AoE, decrease attack and decrease defense for 3 turns. And then if they hit you, and so if you taunt and they hit this champion, whilst this shield is up, you have a 35% chance of placing a fear debuff on the attacker. So I really like her design. She's very fear orientated. I think she's got a very cool kind of design. I think she looks pretty cool with like the poison scepter and the staff. It's quite long, and all the bats and stuff. I really like her. She's cool. Yeah, thumbs up. Now next up we have in the Knights Revenant. Okay. Miscreated Monster. So we have Frankenstein in the game, and he is magic, and he's HP based. Okay, cool. His defense is quite low, HP is quite high, but he's HP based. Attack, yeah, speed's okay. Let's see what his abilities are based on. Okay, so Meaty Fist. Attack one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 15% chance, which can go up to 25. placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Has a 50% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 1 turn if the target. Okay, so if you place the stun, if the stun lands, you can you have a chance, which will go up to 60, right, of placing the decreased defense buff for 1 turn. So it's a 1 turn, but it's on an A1. 2-hit A1. I don't think that's terrible. I think that's okay as an A1. That's pretty decent. Lightning Storm. This can go down to a 3 turn. Attacks all enemies. Has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Okay. Places shield buff on all allies for 3 turns equals to 25%. So again, very nice in dungeons, and I could see usability in arena as well. And that would go for Madame as well. I think she would be good in arena potentially. So not lots of debuffs and stuff. Stuns, great, lots of CC. Places a 50% ally protect buff on all allies except this champion for 3 turns. This can be on a 4 turn. Nice, nice. Heals this champion by 50% of their max HP. Okay. And then you could place a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 3 turns. It's alive! For real. Okay, this is a fantastic ability. Okay, so this is a good hero. Places a fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn whenever an ally is attacked while under an ally protector. Okay, okay. So you probably, to get the maximum out of Spooky Groan, wouldn't be running a. You would probably not be running a taunt set on him. Unfortunately, because this is a 50% chance to place if the stun debuff is placed, so you couldn't run stun gear on to proc that. But you could you double up? You could double up, so you could have a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, and then you could run the stun set on him as well, which I believe they would. I believe that would just kind of, you'd have a higher chance of stunning, so it'd be kind of 2 rolls if you like. I think that's how it would work. Places a shield buff on all equal to 25 to the damage inflicted. So you want his damage is based off HP, which is great. I really like this champion. I think the design's kind of crazy, but I like it. No, it's cool. He, you know, he looks like he's about to drop a load of honey on that sandwich with this thing here, some electric honey. But and his aura is increased ally HP in the arena. So they're thinking arena. I'm thinking potentially faction wars as well. I wouldn't see. I don't think there's much usability because in the clan boss, but in dungeons you've got the ally protect, continuous heal, and so yeah, I think this character will be great in arena, dungeons. He does have a 2-hit. Okay. So potentially usable in somewhere like dragons, ice golem, probably not spider. And you could probably use him in Fire Knight as well. I don't see why not. Just for clearing the trash. Okay, now we've got the last one. He is in Skinwalkers and he's a legendary. Baracus the Shifter. So we have a werewolf in the game. Cool. That's you know, fine by me. Nice art. Yeah, looking pretty dark there. Let's check out his skills. Like, well, I'll have a look at his stats first. So 63% crit damage, 101 speed, attack is decent, defense is low, HP is average for legendary. Okay, A1. Attack one enemy, heals this champion by 15% of the damage inflicted. So he's got built-in lifesteal. That makes sense with a werewolf. A lot of games you will see werewolves healing themselves for the damage inflicted. You know, that's very much in line with that. I think that works. It is attacks 1 enemy. Okay, so it's a 1-hit, so that's a bit of a shame. Okay, Full Moon Rampage. Attacks 1 enemy 6 times. I think this is the first 6-hit ability in the game. I'm not even sure if we have a 5-hit. Wow, attacks 1 enemy 6 times. Heals this champion by 25% of the damage inflicted. Heals this champion by 50% of the damage inflicted instead if the target is under a fear or true fear. Okay. After the first hit, has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 3 turns. So this can go down to... Oh, okay, awesome, right. So you can get this on a 3-turn cooldown. You can boost the heals the champion by 25%. Okay, nice. So you can get this to 100%. Wow, okay, I like this. Takes a few books, but I think he's a good character so far. 6-hit ability on a 3-turn cooldown. Wow. So 1 hit, 6 hit, so that's 7 hits. Let's see what his third ability is here. Places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 3 turns, then attacks one enemy 3 times. Whew. He is super attack. He is a very offensive character here. He's actually got I just noticed he's got a tattoo on his arm there. What tattoo is that? Oh, okay. It's like a lunar calendar on his arm. That's cool. Nice. That's pretty cool. All right. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a True Fear debuff for 1 turn. Has a 50% chance of placing a Fear debuff on 2 random enemies for 1 turn if the True Fear debuff is placed. Okay, and you can get that to a 75% chance. So you've got a 75% if booked, 4 turns, 75% chance to land a True Fear. And if you land that True Fear, you've then got another 75% chance of placing a Fear debuff on 2 random enemies for 1 turn. I like this character. So what have we got? A 3-hit, a 6-hit, and a 1-hit. So that's 11 hits among 3. 11 divided by 3. Okay, so I think you could use what's his passive? Damage increased by 40% when this champion's HP drops below 40%. Ah. So his damage will go up, which means his lifesteal will go up. So he is going to... Okay, so he would be really nice with, like, if you could land and get an unkillable on him or something like that. Or also nice with a revive. Revives this champion with 20% HP when killed. Immediately grants an extra turn, and you can book that onto 5. Cool. Okay, so he's quite book intensive. So 4, 10, 14, 16 books. That's quite intensive. However, he is a cool character as well. I don't know how strong he's going to be. His attack is decent. He's got an increased attack buff here. His damage goes up when his HP drops. So below 40%, his damage goes up. So you can tie this really really well with masteries. Oh wow! Have you seen his fingers? Have you seen this? They're like flashing with white, like mini explosions. Okay, I don't know if that's intended or that's kind of cool. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So I'm just thinking masteries. Oh god, by the way, just thinking masteries. If I go into mastery, close the window. If I go into masteries here. So you could, I think you could run Giant Slayer on him, and I think he would be usable. He would be great in dungeons and clan boss for that reason. Yeah, totally. I think he's definitely. I think you could run Giant Slayer on him, particularly with his cooldown length. Right? Let's have a look. So it's only 1 hit, so that sucks for Giant Slayer, which is a shame. So even counter attack, that would be a little bit annoying. But 6 times on a 3-turn cooldown when booked, 4-turn cooldown when booked. Yeah, I think he'll be really bursty with damage if you pick that up. If you pick Giant Slayer up, so you want to build him for. You want him 100% crit. He's got decent speed, which a werewolf I think should have. So that's cool. I like that. Yeah, man. He's force. So he's going to be just fantastic in Dragon. And because of his 6-hit and his 3-hit, Fire Knight. I know on his A1 it's a bit of a letdown, but if you use this ability here on Fire Knight, you've just taken 6 stacks of that shield down straight away. His damage goes up when his HP drops below 40%. Revives. Yeah, no, I like this champion. I think he looks really cool. I like the champion, and you know, again, to Plarium, props. This is cool. I like this. You know, very unique. There's no other champion like this guy. I'd really like to pull him and try him out. But yeah, so anyway, that's me. Let me know what you think in the comments. What you think of these new champions? Do you agree with my opinion? I think they're actually really all great additions, and I can see that they've all got potential, and I think they're all very usable. So yeah, it's really cool. Really excited. Nice one. Anyway, that's me done, and I'll see you in the next one.